Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another iRacing video. And today we'll jump back into the Mazdas at becoming one of my favourite tracks in Long Beach. Love the challenge and the sort of the proximity of all the walls and everything there. Yeah, in the Mazdas at Long Beach. Qualified sort of mid-pack, so let's jump on in and see how we get on. Alright, we're here in the Mazdas at Long Beach. Second time of asking. First time I got killed by a car bouncing back off the wall into the racing line. It took 3 seconds a lap of speed out of my car. So trying again. See how we get on. Used to start off the line. Not really any better than anyone else's, but at least we're not getting swamped by anyone either.
All right. Keep to the left.
Gonna play it nice and steady into the first corner. We'll see from the brake trace there, sort of almost caught me out a little bit. Fall into line. Bit of nose to tail in. And here's some clattering. Alright, so didn't gain that position off the line. It was a slow car off the line, but managed to hang it around the outside into the first corner. Big bottleneck on the inside of that first corner there. Now we're slot into the groove. Car well wide coming out of that corner. Like he's got damage and has reset. Alright, so that should be P8 then. Daniel Phillips out of P2. Must have hit a wall. Can't see any other reason you just bail out of P2. Again, braking nice and early. Taking account of everything being cold and the concertinas. Stupid corner. Alright, so we survived the first lap this time. Well, we survived the first lap last time. It was coming into turn 1, second lap where we met our demise. Eventually managed to limp it home in P9 and got a slight bit of I rating from it. Lost safety rating though, because we got a 4x as he bounced into us. Number 8 car ahead of us looks a little bit loose, a little bit scruffy at the minute. This is one of those kind of tracks where it's so hard to get an overtake done. Basically need a good slipstream down one of the long straights and to take a dive into the corner at the end there. Missed that apex by a long way. I even braked earlier than I would do normally. Interesting. Everything's still very cold, of course, and of course last time I drove this car was just on qualifying fuel, so just feels a bit more wobbly and unresponsive. Got a decent line through the hairpin there. I gained a little bit of time on Jonathan, maybe. So many ways to skin a cat going through there. Not going to make the move this time, I don't think.
Car stopped ahead. Go right. Right side.
Alright, made our way through the chaos. I just side to side with the 10 car there, climbed up over him a little bit, but shouldn't have got any damage from that, hopefully. At least in that instance we had a bit of time to respond to what was actually going on. Not like that first race, like I said. I just went in deep into the braking zone and hit the outside wall and just bounced back across the track, so P3 managed to avoid him, and I was P4 at the time.
Guy, go out.
And yeah, just got collected. It's quite unfortunate, really. Don't know if Junus has got involved in that accident, but he's as slow as what I was last race. Straight line speed just gets murdered. They'll be fine through the corners. They'll just be on the straight. We'll just drive away into the sunset. If he's got damage, that is. He has got the exact same damage as what I had. Oh, that's unfortunate for him. He was running P6. He still is P6 in fact, but he's going to drop down, way down on the order. Cost me 3 seconds a lap with the straight line speed. Lost a second along this straight, about half a second down the back straight, and the rest of it was just made up in the gaps in between. Really unfortunate. There's such a tight, twisty track here, and when they don't throw full course cautions for the road courses, you've got no choice but to try and attack it at racing speed, and you know, sometimes you make it through, sometimes you get collected. Look at the minimap at where P1 is. P1 and 2 and P1, 2 and 3 I think are there. Coming through this corner I found taking a slightly tighter line has been going faster for me, so you see the yellow lines in the middle of the road back there? I found that's actually been faster than, say if I was in a GT, there's a red line towards the outside that I try and stay inside with the fastest line. But in these MX-5s I found staying inside tighter than that is actually a little bit faster for me at least.
Oh, Christopher, oh my god.
So putting the pressure onto Ben then. See what he's got for us. I was faster than him last lap, but his fastest lap is faster than mine, so yeah, let's see how we get on. Sitting in the slipstream, of course. So it should just pull us along nicely. There's that yellow line that I was talking about that I try and stay inside of. I don't know if it really saved me any time on Ben ahead there, but like I say, just in practicing, it saved me time on my own delta
Nice, Christopher.
to stay inside that yellow line. Alright, I think I'm a little bit closer this time. I think I was 0.8 last lap, and this time I'm 0.6, just going down to 0.5. Pretty happy just sitting back here for now, to be honest. Not in a massive rush to get the move done. We've got a good gap to the guys behind, and there's a massive gap to the guys ahead, so it's a bit like one of those high-speed games of chess again. Trying to time making the overtake at the right time. Of course, I'm only setting faster laps than Ben ahead because I've got the slipstream. closest we've been so far. I just feel like if I do overtake him, I'll end up succumbing to the pressure. I'm always going to prefer following than I am leading in a situation like this. Makes a move and then comes back over again. Alright, I reckon if we can sit behind him for a little while, hopefully feel the pressure, can send him deep and stuff like that, we'll start to cook his tyres. And then if and when we do make the overtake, hopefully his stuff will be too hot to be able to keep up and he might just drop back. So that's the kind of strategy I'll try and play out for now. Alright, another good run through, we're still nice and close this lap. Expecting a 16 lapper out of this one. So coming on to lap 8 of 16. 7 laps completed so far. Went in deep, deeper than I wanted at least. I actually found in practice that smoother, longer braking zones seem to be faster for me in this car, so we'll see if we can make that pay now that we're in front of Ben here. Of course, he's going to end up coming straight back at us here. Interesting to see if he does it straight away here or if he's going to wait till the main straight. If I was him, I'd probably wait till the main straight, but you never know. Interesting that now the roles are reversed and I'm in front, that I'm making the exact same mistakes and driving in the exact same way as what Ben was when he was in front.
You're in 4th position.
To 4th for this lap at least though. I almost feel like I'm a little bit faster than him through the windy twisty sections. So I guess if I can stay in front down the straight a couple more times, I might be able to run away from him, but we'll have to see. This corner especially. Yeah, it's definitely dropping back a bit. There goes that yellow line I've been harping on about. Nowhere near it. Alright, so actually pulling away from Ben just a smidge. It's possible, of course, he was caught up in that crash and got some damage as well. I know he was slow immediately after. But managed to find some decent pace at least immediately. Or maybe he has just cooked his tyres like what I was strategizing about before. Either way, looks like the gap this lap will have grown just a little bit. too hot into that corner there. P2 and 3 have had a bit of a coming together ahead of us. They set a slow lap last lap at least. Definitely dropped back on the mini-map. Still miles away on the relative, mind. And I think a little bit closer this lap than last lap. My lap was pretty consistent compared to last lap. Not like I made a massive mistake or anything. Maybe he's just tidied his stuff up a little bit. Maybe his tyres are coming back to him. Whoa, as we're going deep there.
Limpio, Diego, por favor.
Couple of screen freezes going through the fountain. That's probably the least desirable section to get a screen freeze. Alright, it's a little mistake back there. Not too impressed by that, but I do think I've got the pace over Ben, thankfully. I imagine it's going to be a nice close scrap all the way to the end, though. I think I need to start hitting the brakes harder in the initial braking zone. Danger of that, though, is then you do start cooking the tyres a little bit more, but I think I'm just feathering it a bit too lightly, you know, just being a bit shy with the brakes. If I can hit everything hard and pull a bigger gap to Ben, then that'll just give us breathing room for the rest of the race. That was possibly my best fountain line so far, I think. The Delta says I've done better at some point, but we'll take that one, I think. I was slower that lap after the mistake in the first turn. Ben's starting to push a little too hard, maybe overdrive it. He's made a mistake, he's dropped back a long way there. And that's absolute music to my ears and roses to my eyes. Oh, how cute. We'll take that all day long. So you can see my iRatings drop back down to 1.7. I obviously had that good result in the Mazdas last week at Road Atlanta, so I took the rating boost and I went into their GT3 Open Series, or the GT3 Mixed Series, sorry, and decided I'd donate all my rating to the guys over there. A few races, the two in the fixed. The first one, admittedly, self-spun, built myself out of a good position. I think I was P5 and eventually finished like 13th or something. Last of the guys that hadn't had to pit for damage. The second race though, oh wow, Ben hits the inside wall. The second race, I got killed 3 times in T1, 3 separate cars, and absolutely ruined my race. Safety rating took a massive plunge. It was absolutely miserable evening. Spent ages bickering with the one guy who, I mean, he just drove straight into the back of me, and somehow I was trying to say that it wasn't his fault. But so after that, we decided to try the 40-minute, the open series with a pit stop. And that was going really well, to be honest. We're about mid-pack, so, you know, not absolutely anything to write home about, but it was a good race at least. Decent pace. But I sped in the pits, so that was a 40-second stop and hold. And that put me to P last. So, all the rating that I earned in Road Atlanta, I donated around into Lagos. Thought the guys over there could use some, so back in the Mazda to try and make amends. And then fingers crossed, as I'm recording this, it's Sunday, so fingers crossed, I'll be able to jump in the Radicals tomorrow. That's at Suzuka. I might be able to get a race around there as well, if we can do enough practice to keep it on the track at least. Alright, I don't know all I was talking about Ben cooking his stuff. My tyres are definitely starting to die there, just getting no performance under the trail braking whatsoever. Just to me the rubber's got a little bit too hot, so I'm going to have to extend these braking zones and just play it lightly on the brake pedal.
Oh my god.
Also did my first stream for a while this week. Looked into the limit of Adhesion. They're doing an oval league that's starting soon. So they're doing a couple of test sessions. So we went and ran the Arcas around USA International for a few laps. I say a few laps, it was 70 laps. So I absolutely frazzled my tyres around there. I think I started P2 and ended up P4, out of 5 of us. If anyone's keen on getting involved in a couple of leagues, definitely head over Limit of Adhesion, check them out. They've got a website, they've got a YouTube channel, and Discord's where a lot of the information gets put on, so whichever one of those mediums is going to work best for you, as I absolutely clatter that inside wall. Let's go show around this track how easy it is for your race just to come unstuck. Another 6 simulation inches to the right just then, and that would have been game over for me. Feels like the tyres are starting to come back a little bit to us now. As they have, Ben just crept back a little bit. Took 2/10 out of us last lap, and I'll have a look across the line what he does this lap. Yeah, 5/10 out of us that time, half a second. Fortunately for us, I think the tyres are just about cooled down again now, so we can start to push. I mean, we're on to second to last lap here anyway. Only got one more after this one. And really turning the screw behind us though, it's taking a lot of time out of us. Possibly getting pushed along the straights by Jonathan, to be honest, because I think Ben was possibly slow in a straight line before from that potential damage that we spoke about, or yeah, this conversation that me and you are having. I spoke about at least. But if he's getting pushed down the straights, that'll be making up for a potential loss of top end speed. I'd like to think it won't be enough for him to catch and pass me, but putting some time into us at least while I merrily look after my stuff and chat a bit of nonsense. We're expecting white flag, there it is. Just dropping Ben a little bit again now. It's just dropping back. Yeah, you'll have to let us know what you thought of the kitten video on Sunday as well. Sorry if that was a bit random. It's just booking those practice laps in, and little Echo came in to say hello. Jumped up on my knee. Thought it was too good not to film. Little cutie. I bet that popped up in the subscription box. Like, what the heck's going on here? Why is there cats on my racing channel? I see him from time to time plodding around in the background on the bed there. Yellow flag ahead of us.
Car stop on the left.
Like there's been carnage in the hairpin. And we're slow, it's cleared now. Not going to get a freebie at the line. Alright, we're around the hairpin for the final time. Made the number on Ben. Up from P9, I think, on the grid.
Here, I'm gonna report you.
You got a slow car on the left.
And across the line for P4. Happy days. They're good to me, these Mazdas. They're kind to me. Me in my sorry state of rating.
Good job. Very good job.
That was fun racing. Wish it could have been a bit longer with Ben before we got past, but, you know, kept him honest for a little bit. Made him work for it. Eventually just cruised past in a straight line. Another P4. We're making a bit of a habit of this, I reckon. Yeah, decent race, I reckon, all in all. Wish that fight with Ben could have been a little bit longer, but yeah, I checked the replay and he had got caught up in that crash. He hit the car that spun, just a little love tap, and then he also got a little love tap from behind. So the damage wasn't massive on his car, but I think it was enough to have just slowed him down there and allowed us to overtake and then pull away just that little bit. But yeah, good race nonetheless. It was fun trying to chase him down and then figure out when to pass and sort of withstand his pressure a little bit as he slowly faded away from us. But yeah, P4, we'll take that definitely. I think anything that's a top 5 in a field sort of this kind of quantity and ability, decent result. So yeah, happy days, we'll take that. Yeah, that's going to be everything for this video. Don't forget to check out the Limit of Adhesions leagues and all that sort of stuff. I'll leave a link in the description below. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing if you're new here and you've not done that already. But other than that, take it easy and look after yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next one.